Last month, my friends and I woke up early for a morning cruise on longboards. After a while, we found ourselves drifting into downtown Birmingham. Within a few minutes, we were stopped by a police officer. He told us that there was no skateboarding in Birmingham and that we had to leave and go to a skate park. We said, and do what? There's nothing to do at a skate park for longboarders. When we tried to explain ourselves that we were not skateboarding, he wanted nothing to do with our defense. I told him that we were longboarders, but he viewed us as skaters. His ignorance is typical in adults who refuse to see the difference between longboarding and skateboarding. Longboarding should be legalized in the city of Birmingham. To the public, we are viewed as any other old skater, the rebel trash of society who ride around tagging and abusing property. Thrill-seeking skateboarders have only grown more audacious, sending exasperated landlords in search of new solutions to protect their property and customers. Skateboarders should be at skate parks, but where do the longboarders go? We don't like them in parking lots, we don't like them in community centers, we don't like them playing in courts, says Jim Norman. There's no place for us to go but in the streets, and that's what these boards are made for. Roads and hills. Anyone competent enough to ride a longboard should have the responsibility to be able to ride in the roads and on the sidewalks. Skaters' disrespect toward property have built up them a bad names for themselves. So I can see why they may not be allowed to skate in the city, but longboarders should. It is much different than skateboarding and should be legalized. For some, longboarding could be more than just a hobby. It is a passion and commitment that inspires us to be all that we can be. I believe in the Share the Road program. If bikers, rollerbladers, and scooters can be in the roads and on the sidewalks, then why can't we? Any bike peg on a bike or grinding plate on a rollerblade can do just as much damage as a longboard, if any. So why should we have the threat of confiscation when they don't even have to worry about a thing? I wonder if people are more concerned with longboarders cruising around their streets and sidewalks than sex offenders living in their neighborhoods. I would think they'd rather have us spreading the stoke of longboarding than them. Police argue the fact that bikes and scooters have more effective brakes and are safer. But if you know how to brake on a longboard, it's 100% efficient and safer. But if you don't know how to brake, it is not possible. Ways to grind rails and curves and even jump staircases, like most skateboarders do, are not possible for longboarders. As long as you're comfortable enough on the longboard, riding in traffic, and making good decisions, there should be no reason why you should not be able to be longboarding in the streets. Longboarders will continue their civil disobedience in the fact of not continuing to stop skating in the streets, because bikers and rollerbladers can do it. They will not stop until this policy is changed. The severity of my support demonstrates how severe and just my point is. Longboarders should be able to cruise in downtown Birmingham.